Students, uh, myself Nilesh Jagdish Vispude. Today we are going to learn an interesting topic of programming with Python, uh, that is Python building blocks, which comes under the introduction and syntax of Python programming. So we'll start it. So first we are going to learn input, processing and output. So basically there are three steps of any programming language that we are going to pass some kind of input. That input is going to be processed, and after processing the system is going to generate an output. Okay. So uh, here the typically computer program performs three steps uh, to receive to process. Okay, so first one is input, any data that the program receives while it is running. Second, perform some process on the input, for example processing at the time of processing it will do a mathematical calculation. Okay, and afterwards it will produce some output. Okay, so these are the three basic steps. Next, statement. There are various statements in Python. Okay, so Python statements are made up of, first, reserve words. What do you mean by reserve words? Words that have predefined meaning in the Java language. Okay, so it is called as reserve words. You have already studied the Java language. There are already a reserve words. So in Python also there also a reserve words. We are going to study that reserve words also. Okay. Second is identifier, words that are created by programmer for name of variable, function, classes, etc. Words that are created by programmer for name of variable, function, classes, etc. That is called as identifier. So it is user defined. User can directly give a variable name, function name and classes name. Okay. There are also predefined functions. Okay. Now there third one is literals. Literals are values written in code like string or numbers. There are various literals. First one is integer literal, an actual integer number written in code, that is 4. So here is the example: 4, -10 and 18 are the integer literals. Second one is float literals, an actual decimal number written in code, that is 4.5, -12.9, 5.0. Here is this the example shows that these are the float literals. Next one is character literals, a character in a single code, that is here is the example: F, A are the different character literals. Okay, and last one is string literals, a string in double quotes. Here is the example: hello, bye and wow are the string literals. Okay, next one is operators, special symbols that performs a certain action on their operands. That is, first one is unary. Unary operator has one operand. Binary operator has two operands, and ternary operator has three operands. And last one is call to method, that is called as function. Okay, so this comes under the statements. Next is displaying output with the print function. Okay, first function is nothing but an piece of pre-written code that performs an operation. Print function displays the output on the screen. So argument, the data given to a function, for example data that is printed to the screen, and the statement in the program executes in the order that they appear from top to bottom. Next, variable, a name that represent a value stored in the computer memory used to access and manipulate the data stored in a memory. You have already used variable in different programming languages, so there is no detailed description regarding it. See the example of that some particular variables, that is age is equals to 29. Okay, so here the equal to means it's called as assignment operator. Age is a variable name and 29 is a expression. Okay, the structure of variable is, first one is name chosen by a programmer, then type derived from the declaration of variable. Okay, so here if you are writing age is equals to 29, so by default, so the variable data type is considered as a integer. If you are writing there age is equals to 29 in a word form, okay, you are writing in a string, so the age variable data type is character. Okay, now the size determined by the type. Okay, the value of data stored in the variable's memory location. Next is identifier. Now we are going to study in detail what is identifier. Identifier the names for the things, variable, functions, etc. in the language. Some identifiers are inbuilt and other can be created by the programmer. User defined identifiers can consist of letters, digits, underscores and dollar sign. It must start with a non digit. Identifier are case sensitive, that is count are different variables. Count is used for so here count variable, count variable basically we are using for increment and decrement. Okay, so here you have it is called case sensitive because see this, there are two counts. First count is written in lower case and second count is written as initial is capital. Okay, so there is a difference between first count and second count. That's why this identifier is case sensitive. An identifier can be any length. So identifier length must be vary and it can be any length. Okay. Next, style conventions for identifier. So you can specify different tiles to for a style convention. Okay, or you can say as per your choice. While you can legally pick any name for a variable that follows the rules, it's also a good idea to follow common programming conventions for easy to read code. Here is the some convention used. Now see here the different conventions of writing the code. Here the class name uses the cap words convention. Each name start with an uppercase letter. So this is a convention that each name is starting with the uppercase letter. For example, here is the my class name. So M is capital, C is capital, and N is capital. Okay. Variable name and method names start with the lowercase letter. Constants are usually in all caps. When using names that are made up of multiple words, capitalize the first letter of each word after the first. For example, number of math students. Okay. In addition, it's a good to pick mostly meaningful identifiers so that it's easy to remember what each is for. That is num students. Here you have seen that num student is the variable. Here we are specifying that the second word initial is capital. Okay, so again see that first name, so F is small and N is capital. Then second one, if you are writing all identifier in a smaller case, so it is not a very good idea. Okay, so it will be very confusing. So you have to follow some style conventions. Then reserve words. the following list, we are going to see the different keywords, reserve words of Python. Okay, you cannot use them as a constant or a variable or any other identifier name. All the Python keyword contains lowercase letters only. Okay, for example, an, execute, exe, not, assert, finally, or break, for, pass, class, from, print, continue, global, etc. are the different reserved keywords of Python programming language. Next, lines and indentation. So basically, here in Python there is no parenthesis or no brackets to specify the scope of that particular loop or that particular code. So here you have to specify that particular scope by using indentation. Okay, Python provides no braces to indicate block of code or class and function definitions or flow control. Block of code are denoted by a line indication which is rigidly enforced. The number of space in an indentation is variable, but all statements within the block must be indented the same amount. For example, see the correct method if the expression is true. Okay, their statement comes under some after some space. The first print statement, which consists of answer string. Okay, it comes after some space, so it is called as indentation. Okay, after the statement, it comes after else part, so else is also comes uh, in the same or we can say same section where the if is right. Okay, so it is used in the proper indentation of a code. In second part, if we see in that if statement, then two print statements, after that else part, it all comes one by one after another, and all are not having any indentation or any space. So while executing or while interpreting, the definitely you are going to get some errors. Okay, so you have to follow this rule for performing or for writing a code in Python. Okay, next, multi-line statements. Statements in Python typically end with a new line. Python does, however, allow to use the line continuation character, that is called as slash, to denote that the line should continue. For example, see this, we are specifying one variable, that is total. So here item 1 plus, you can directly write it in a single line, item 1 plus item 2 plus item 3. But if you want to continue the statement after into the another line, so you have to use slash, then after that particular line, whichever the second line, it will be considered as a continuous statement of the first line. Okay, so statements contained within the bracket, square bracket, curly braces, and parenthesis brackets do not need to use the line continuation character. It is already considered as a continuation statement. Next is quotation. Quotation in Python. Python accepts the single quote, double quote, triple quote to denote a string literals as long as same type of quotes start and ends the string. The triple quotes are used to span the string across the multiple lines. For example, all of the following are legal if you are specifying a single quote for a single word. Okay, if you are specifying double quote for a sentence, if you are specifying triple quotes for a paragraph. So all are legal, okay, in Python. Next are the data types. Basically, there are various data types in Python: boolean, integer, float, string, list, object, numeric literals, etc. So boolean has a two possible values, that is true or false. Then integer, it is used for storage the integer value. Floating, it is used to store the decimal number. String, it is used to store the string in memory. List, it is also referred to as an array. List can contain the mixed data type. Okay, there is a difference between list and array. Array is a collection of similar data type, okay, but list is collecting a different content which is different contain which contains different data types, okay. Next is object. Object is a user defined type. Next is numeric literal. It determines the type number written in a program with no decimal point considered like integer, otherwise considered as a float. Some operations behave differently depending on data types. A variable in Python can refer to items of the any type. For example, here so x tends to 99. So 99. Value of x is 99. In second example, take me to your leader is the value of x variable. Next is string and string literals. String is basically a sequence of characters that is used as a data. String literals, string that appears in actual code of a program. It must be enclosed in a single double quotes. String literals can be enclosed in a triple quote. String literals can be enclosed in a triple quotes. Enclosed string can contain both single and double quotes and can have multiple lines. Next is comment. In comments, if notes of explanation within a program ignored by Python interpreter, it's intended for a person reading the program's code. Begin with a that is special character. This is a comment. Next is end line comment. Appears at the end of the line of code. Typically explain the purpose of that line. Item 100. This is an end line comment. Next one is operator. There are some special built-in symbols that have functionality and works on operands. Operands are an input to an operator. Next one is the arity. How many operands an operator take? That is called as arity. First arity is unary operator. Second is binary operator. Third one is a ternary operator. Next one is a math expression. It performs calculation and gives an value. Math operator, tool for performing calculation. Operands, it is used to value the surrounding operators. Variable can be used as operand. The next one is resulting value, typically assigned by variable. So here is the example. So z is equals to 10. Okay, x is equals to y plus z. Then x is equals to minus y. Then hash minus y. So it is called as unary operation, that is called as negation. And last one is x plus plus hash unary integrated. Okay, next is operator. So here is next one is cascading, linking of multiple operators, especially of a related categories, together in a single statement. So x is equals to a plus b plus c minus d plus e. that is called as cascading arithmetic operator. Then x is equals to y is equals to z is equals to 3, that is called as cascading assignment operator. This works because the result of one operation sends back the answer, that is a return value, in its place to be used in the next piece of statement in the above, that is a plus b happens first, then the answer becomes the first operand in the next operation. Then is precedence, the rule specifying which operator comes first in a statement containing the multiple operators. X is equals to a plus b into c hash b into c happens first, since asterisk has higher precedence than plus. So associativity, rules specifying which operator can evaluate first when they have the same level of precedence. So it is called as associativity. Next is assignment operator. Value on the right side, R value is assigned to such that store in the location. Variable on the left side, that is called as L value. So R value, any expression that evaluates to a single value, name comes from right side of a assignment operator. Then next, L value, a storage location, not only old expression, a variable or a reference to a location. Names comes from left side of assignment operator. Typically it is used like variable name is equals to expression. So equal to is a assignment operator. Next is arithmetic operator. There are various arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponent, minus, etc. So next is operator precedence. Arithmetic has usual precedence, that is parenthesis, unary, minus, then multiplication, division and percentile. Then next one is addition and subtraction. Operators on same level associated left to right. Many different levels of operator precedence. Okay. When in doubt, can always use parenthesis. When in doubt, can always use parenthesis. Some shortcut assignment operators with arithmetic, that is v plus is equals to e, so it is called as v is equals to v plus e. Like that, all examples are similar. Say if v percentage is equals to e, then v is equals to v percent e, so it is called as proper shortcut assignment operator with arithmetic operator. So this is enough with this video. Thank you.